Today we're going to talk about feeling rejected and experiencing that in your reality. This has been a huge one for me, and I have learned a lot. I have experienced a lot of feelings around rejection, and I witnessed it in my reality. The feeling of rejection and being rejected by my friends, feeling rejected from my family, rejected in romantic relationships as simple as going on dates, rejected in jobs that I felt I was ready for. So, when we're experiencing rejection, especially when we notice this is coming out a lot in our reality, and we're not ready to heal it or face it, what's happening is we now turn on the victim mode. And when we turn on the victim mode, we begin to look for constant validation outside of ourselves. Because the victim mode is on, and because it's an unconscious version of ourselves, we now look for somebody else to tell us what is real and what is not. We look for someone else to validate ourselves and to validate the reality we're experiencing. So when that happens, we will never be happy with who we are. We will never be satisfied with what we have. And we also begin to question our reality. And we know what happens when we start to question our reality. We're not even sure what is right and wrong for us. We're not sure who we are. We start to question our identity, our reality, and we don't know where to look except outside. So in this loop, in this chase of like wanting to be accepted, wanting validation, we exhaust our energy. We exhaust our energy so much because everything is what? Outwards, outwards, outwards. Nothing is inwards. Almost nothing is inwards, right? And this doesn't help us if we do not want to see what's actually going on, to actually face that hurtful feelings within us. And speaking from experience, this is what I did. I kept chasing, I kept looking for validation in so many aspects in my life until someone who entered my life and started saying that I'm crazy, who started doubting my reality and telling me that my reality was wrong. There's something wrong with me. This was the ultimate punch in my stomach. So I thank that experience, that crazy experience, because it allowed me to validate myself, to actually say, no, this is what I'm seeing, this is my perception, this is my reality. Illusion or not, the first step to seeing the truth is to validate myself. And as I validate myself, I can begin to see the truth that's actually going on, the made up stories versus the actual truth and stuff like that. So what is the solution to constantly feeling rejected? Is to start validating your emotions. Even if the victim mode is on, it's time to love and nurture your feelings, love and nurture your inner child. The victim mode is on because it's simply calling for our own attention and love. It's not looking for somebody else's love. Haven't you experienced that every time you get validated, every time you get love from somebody else, when you're in the victim mode, it's only temporary. It's only temporary, right? If it's permanent and eternal, you will be happy with yourself. But because it's repetitive, you're still not happy with yourself. It's a lesson in itself. So, are you ready to claim responsibility for your feelings and your reality?